Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. So, I've kind of come to a bit of realization with this game. And essentially it's that I don't enjoy it as much as I did at the beginning. It's not about the story is quite interesting. You know, the mechanics are really good. I do enjoy like the fighting mechanics. I will admit that there are times when it gets a bit easy. Like right now, like I just seem to be able to kick everything's ass. You know, and everything is quite tough. Maybe it's just because the level I'm at or the chipsets. I don't know. It just seems everything seems a bit too easy. Shouldn't really complain about it, but it is there. But the main concern I have about the game is, I don't know, a lot of the extra stuff in the game just seem a bit obtuse. And, you know, maybe not even obtuse is the right word. Because, you know, stuff like knowing where every item is, you know, certain enemies only have certain items, and they're really low drop chances. So, you know, there's a chance that you could have flown through the game and not had X or Y item, or enough of X and Y item. You know, it's a bit overbearing at times. Like a perfect example was I spent about 2 hours between this stream and last stream, just looking for one item, pure water. I needed something like 10 of them in total, and I think I had like 2. So I knew where it was because I looked it up before, and that's obviously the first problem of it. But not only that, like I had to look up the most efficient way to kind of get them to spawn and to pick up the most in like a short space of time, because you need an awful lot, and they don't seem to spawn that often, and they only seem to spawn like in particular areas, all that kind of stuff, and it's just, I don't know. It seems there's a problem with this with many games nowadays, where they say, right, there's this much, you know, gameplay time. You know, you can play for this much time. There's like 80 hours worth of gameplay, all that kind of stuff. But really, that, you know, let's say those 80 hours, it's maybe 10 hours of story, and the rest of it is solely just, I don't know how to put it. It seems that the rest of the game is solely just dicking about, you know. Side quests are fine. I don't mind side quests. I mean, they can, in this case, the side quests in this are great because they do kind of, they give you a better understanding maybe of like robots, and you know, what they think, how they feel, all that kind of stuff, especially since, you know, that's not something that these robots should do. But it's the other stuff, you know, the weapon upgrades, the pod upgrades. I still can't upgrade a pod. You know, like I said, I spent several hours trying to get one item just to upgrade a pod, or say several of one item just to upgrade a pod, and it's been just an absolute hassle. You know, and it's not, it doesn't make endearing gameplay. It just makes chore gameplay, you know. And again, it's not as if it's kind of like, oh, you have to pick up this item from this enemy for quest. Different story altogether. That is side quests. But you know, to excel at the game, oh, it seems an awful lot of shit. You know, like for me to get where I am in terms of loadout style, actually, while I do that, there is something else. I do need to swap my loadout style, I believe. Yeah, I do need to swap to this one. I did make a new loadout style. Whoops. I did make a new loadout style specifically for drops. And like, that's the thing. You need to know, there's only one enemy in the game that drops the drop-off chips for a start. You know? Then you need to know where that guy is. And that's only the starting point of, you know, how to get better chips and, you know, all these rare items, because a lot of them do seem rare. So, you know, oh, none of these things are coming up now. Oh, I don't have, there's some sort of loadout chip that I don't have. Fuck, that's not helpful. What is the loadout chip that I don't have? Oh, maybe it's the text log? Yeah, it's probably the text log. What can I get rid of? I'm pretty sure the text log's only 2. Text log's only 2. What can I get rid of? Oh, I get rid of the enemy data. Don't need it. Perfect. See, again, it's just like it seems very, 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 very aggravating. Is probably the best word to use. You know, it doesn't make enjoyable gameplay, and it's not just Nier. It isn't just Nier. I'm not having a go specifically at this game. It's just this is just the prime example of what games can do wrong. I mean, I have played. There's plenty of indie games that I've played, and they might have they'll have half as much gameplay hours, or be registered as half as much gameplay hours.
Oh, it's 9S. Those machines cost. We need to talk. Of course, I'll help.
Did I already do this? We've done this last time, so what I can skip through it real quick while like I said, there's indie games that they might have half as much game time, but every part of that game time is 100% actually doing something.
Where is it?
You should be able to reach it if you.
This. Right. Okay. And like this is another thing. Like this Forest Kingdom, it's the only place to max out your level 3 weapons, or whatever it is. To max out your weapons, this is the only place you can go to. The problem with that is, first of all, you need to know where the fuck he is. Which I found by complete total chance. It's only because I'm the kind of person that would always check every single nook and cranny.
Say, 2B.
What?
When do you think you'll be willing to call me Nines?
9S works just fine.
Well, yeah, but...
Anyway, another perfect example, right down here. This area down here, this ravine, there is a whole area down there with a fucking shit ton of enemies, and they've got some really good drops. I didn't even know it existed. You know what I mean? You never have to go down there. I don't know if there's any other area in the game that exists but you don't go to. I don't think so, because I've seen an awful lot of the map, but it is possible. You know what I mean? So something just kind of, I think people should be aware when it comes to video games, especially if they do have an X amount of time in game. Like indie games, I don't think they lie. I think they try to be more accurate. They will say, okay, this game has X amount of game time, and that means only the main aspect of the game. It doesn't mean any sort of grinding,
the records
any
say
sort
it was
of
once
kind
a
of
facility known as a
dicking
shopping
about,
center.
having to do all this mad crazy stuff again, all that kind of stuff. It's something, like I said, just to kind of
through here.
Maybe there's
keep
some
in
kind
mind.
of mechanism we could engage.
Here's the robots.
If
So, yeah,
we were
no,
human, we probably would have gone shopping and such here,
It
right?
probably means that
More
after
meaningless
this game, I'll
conjecture.
probably go for something a little bit more easygoing.
You're so serious, 2B.
Something
You know that?
a little bit simpler. I know, I love RPGs, and I love JRPGs specifically. But, it's not... JRPGs nowadays seem to have a whole lot of
getting
fucking
distracted.
nothing going on.
Well,
in
what do
their
you
games.
expect? I'm a scanner. Combat was never meant to be my forte.
The perfect example. Combat's never meant to be my forte. I'm kicking the shit out of these dudes.
Check this
I don't
guy.
have to hack
He's
it.
just running away.
I find that unusual. I don't think that should be the case. Are you okay there? Also, this fucking happens all the time in JRPGs. What is this? What is that? You just fucking...
It's going to explode!
This fucker's not even explained, like...
Huh? Hey, where am I?
What's that?
Hey
there, guys. What's up?
This thing's weird, 2B. Let's kill it.
Wait, what? No.
Good idea.
No!
Okay, what was that?
Didn't even scan it. The fuck. Yeah, it's like I said, it's just a weird thing. I was trying,
Looks
like
like
the last couple
forest
streams,
is
I
just
was